you hear me? He'll be joining momentarily. Can you hear me?
Yes, we're supposed to be on mute right now.
Army's gonna be here. Give
Okay,
a minute.
yeah. You can hear us on the podcast right now.
It's now time for In the Lobby with High Latency with your host, Phenom Hype, Kendra Noel, Spirit Hunter 10, and of course, the Army Bros. Hey everybody, this is Phenom Hype. Welcome to In the Lobby with High Latency. It is April 2nd, 2020. I hope you guys all had a great April Fool's Day. We, of course, are joined by the queen of Teen Shade, Miss Kendra. How are you today?
Doing good. How are you?
Oh, living the dream. We have our great waifu and anime expert, Mr. Spirit. How are you?
I'm doing fantabulous.
And of course, we have the greatest twin bros the world has ever seen. We have the Army Bros, one man and Army strong. Brothers, how are we doing today?
What's up? Good. What's up?
Good,
Doing
good.
I'd say they're cutting it close.
Yeah, they're good. I would definitely say they're definitely cutting it close. Army Bros, I know you have something you want to say, so go ahead and lead us off of the show.
Hey, I just want to give a shout out to my boy Mish. You know, he's sick right now, but I think he got the corona. You know, 'cause he had breathing issues, and had the flu-like symptoms on the breathing machine and stuff. Give a shout out to him.
Shout out to Mish. Mish, you are a High Latency alum. We all love you. Please get nice and healthy. We miss you, brother, and come back home.
Yeah, man, what were we supposed to do about Mish, man? He's our biggest noob. We miss you, man. Come home.
We do. We need our big noob back in our life. We really do. We really, really do. So, I hope everybody is ready for a great podcast. We have a great show coming up for you. We have a lot of great topics. And, of course, we have King Zeus, the clan leader of Final Instinct, who's going to be joining us today. Alright, so, the first topic of the day. Who's ready for it?
Yeah, let's get started, boys.
So, with everything going on in the pandemic right now, what are people doing for money? I mean, I know some people are picking up part-time jobs, but some people, what they're doing is, they're actually getting kind of close to the corner. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. What they're doing is people are kind of starting to set up OnlyFans, Fan Central accounts.
Oh no.
Oh.
I pour one out for iDubbbz.
But I mean, look at it. In a digital age that we live in, you know, where people want content, fresh new content, you know, up to the moment, up to the minute.
I heard about this YouTuber iDubbbz. Like his girl had set up OnlyFans recently, and everybody got on him about it.
They fucking crapping all over him because he used to talk so much crap about stuff like that.
It's
I mean,
now it's
that's
happening,
kind of
man.
embarrassing though. Like if your girl has a fans only account, like, oof.
yeah. I'm pretty
Not
sure
a
one of my
secret
ex.
anymore.
I don't even know how you're supposed to take it. Like, other than that, it's just like, just take the L and just try to like hide in a bush or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Since
think
now everyone's seen your girl's business or whatever she's doing on there, which is probably showing her business.
I'm pretty sure one of my ex-girlfriends is probably on one of those sites. Who knows?
Oh man.
No.
I'm not saying which one.
Everybody her business.
I'm not saying which one. I have a couple great, lovely ex-girlfriends, and I have a couple, you know, just dirty girls.
They're lovely.
Nah, they're just OnlyFans.
Yeah, they're.
You make that joke.
Sneaky. Oh, shots fired already by Mr. Army. I love it. I love it. I love it.
But how you know she got an OnlyFans? You been stupid?
I can only wait to see if High Latency ever made an OnlyFans or Fan Central. Who would be the featured person on that?
Fucking D-boy.
That D-boy wife.
Oh yeah.
I don't even have to like stop and think about it. Just D-Boy.
No, we all agreed that D-Boy would be doing the chatterbait.
Well, hey, it don't mean he ain't got a hustler. He's got both.
You just show your business.
He's got bills to pay. He's got mouths to feed. Man, you gotta go with both of them, you know.
So, speaking of that, actually, our next topic is actually kind of funny. Who has ever had a crush on somebody? Well, if you ever gone to GameStop, have you ever had a crush on somebody who ever worked there? Like, thought they're at least cute looking. Because it looks like GameStop is circling the drain.
I don't go there to play
I mean, they've been circling the drain for a while, man.
True, they have been circling the drain for a while, but now insiders or employees who kind of got laid off or are still working there are saying they're starting to get boxes, like old shipments of old boxes that they haven't sold that was back in the store about a year ago. So is this the end for GameStop?
Yes, it's been the end. We've been in the end game for GameStop. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, with the digital age, like a lot of people are starting to catch on and buy their stuff online.
And not necessarily, just GameStop. I think it's just retail in general. But GameStop is like the forefront. Of, like it's dying.
Yeah, but with the outbreak and whatever, business is really slowing down.
Well, but
GameStop, they trying to.
Oh, sorry.
GameStop, they trying to fucking. Alright. Yeah, but GameStop trying to prove they're legitimate business. They over there. They still trying to sell stuff like trade and whatnot, but they do it a little differently. Like they had the employees go up to the dude's houses in the car, with gloves and masks, accepting their stuff. Like when your employees at risk, y'all still want money?
Well, I think that's why a lot of people kind of have a very. Well, I think that's why some people had a very negative connotation, very look at GameStop right now, because GameStop kind of deemed themselves as, hey, we're essential workers too.
Yeah, essentially, yeah, exactly.
And I'm not gonna lie, I don't see how buying a $60 game that's gonna entertain me for a couple days is the same as somebody put an intubation tube in my throat if I get really sick or if I get stuck in a ventilator. It's a little bit of a difference there. So I mean, GameStop, I don't know what you're thinking, but this is not good. This is not a good look
how many
for you,
more
sir.
stores were already announced are going to be closing permanently down as well. Man, GameStop's looking to be the next Blockbuster. That's going to be depressing. If you find a store, it's a relic of the past. You're going to take a picture and put that shit on Instagram.
I'll tell you what, though.
Look, I found a GameStop. Remember this, guys? Oh, I'm old.
It's going to be like family video.
I'll tell you what, though. I will tell you one good thing is a bunch of Funko Pops and a bunch of games that I think are too expensive. Those prices are going to come down really quick, really hard. And I'm going to be making some big purchases.
Aren't we all?
Well, who knows? We just never know. But Big Daddy Hype he's going to be opening up his wallet definitely for some GameStop goodies.
You're going to be opening your wallet for some waifus is what you're going to be doing.
Hey, that's only on Fridays. I open the wallet for the waifus. You know this. And it has to be a good waifu. Waifu
With some run them out for the waifus.
The stores will, but the games won't stop.
That's right.
Oh God.
I would want Waifu Wednesdays, but I get paid on Friday, so we have to move to Waifu Friday. Sorry.
That would have been good. Actually, I think there's a YouTube channel that does music that's called Waifu Wednesdays, so that might be copyright.
Okay.
Wow.
Kendra's just like, you guys are such nerds right now. I have no idea what you're talking about. You guys sound like the biggest nerds right now.
No.
Like, if we were in high school, I would be throwing stuff at you and calling you nerds.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Shoving us in lockers.
No.
I feel Kendra would pick on us. If Kendra was in high school, I feel Kendra would bully us, like, you nerds.
Oh my gosh, I was like,
mean girl.
No, I was like the emo kid that
She's the emo
I just
kid.
hung out with my group of like little friends, and that was it. I hated school. I wasn't like a school person.
You're probably taller than me, so I'm guessing you weren't one of the popular kids.
No.
That's so sad.
Kendra, traditionally girls are, small and petite. No, I think
yeah, majority.
Spirit. I think Spirit's the shortest one here.
Wow. You gotta do with anything.
Well, no, because Army mentioned height.
Out like that.
So Because I think what Spirit, you're 5'6", 5'7", I think.
That's around my height.
Something like that.
Something like that. It's not like you're 5 foot.
Yeah. Yeah, Kendra and Duel will pick on us. Yeah,
they're terrible people when it comes
what
to
do you mean? I'm 5'3".
Oh, okay. Shit, Kendra the shortest one.
So you're saying I just need to stand on my tippy toes and I'm taller than you? Okay. No, I stand on my tippy toes. I'd be the same size as her instead.
Oh my god. Okay.
Bruh.
Okay. So speaking of people losing their jobs, people kind of doing different things for money, and End of GameStop. So the big thing now is, has this pandemic been good for gamers? Old school gamers, new school gamers, people who are getting into gaming, people who kind of lost the love but kind of found it again. Do you feel this pandemic has been good for gamers?
Hell yeah. Shit, any gamer is doing good in this pandemic. If you play games in the past and you pick them up again, and just people who've been playing games, it passes a lot of time.
I think that this is a good time to become a gamer, man. Definitely. Are you kidding me? You got all this spare time. You've gone through everything that your Netflix, your Hulu's got. What am I gonna do now? Hey, man. Start playing some Apex or something. Get good. And then for those people who already play video games, it's time to hit up that backlog of games that you haven't played. Right. You bought it like 2 years ago and you're like, I'm gonna play it. You haven't gotten around to it? I think you've got the time now.
Fallout 76 would be one of those games for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Let me go play this Mafia 3 because my sister got it like 2 years ago on my birthday and I never opened it.
Oh no. Dude, what about all these PlayStation Plus games, man? There you go. Now's the time.
Go start playing Strider and Rocket League all over again.
Actually, now that I bring up PlayStation Plus, my friend told me that we're gonna be getting I think it was Uncharted 4 for PlayStation Plus soon.
Oh.
We had just gotten the Uncharted collection or something like that.
Yeah.
So now you can play basically the entire thing.
Well, I will be a happy camper if that's the truth. I'll be very happy about that. But no, another part of this pandemic is, though, I have noticed a lot more streamers have become available during this pandemic. So I guess my other question to this is, do people feel more comfortable streaming now, and do they feel they can build a popularity to where when the world goes back to normal, they can not go back to the normal jobs and say, hey, you know what, I am a professional or online entertainer when it comes to gaming? Do you feel more people are going to try to get that goal?
Well,
I don't know if make that Sorry.
I mean, it's definitely convenient. It's definitely convenient right now.
Yeah.
I don't see it being like a mainstay for the job, especially if it doesn't go well.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
right now, it's definitely something to invest in. No doubt.
Like streaming, like money-wise, I don't think it's changed. Change. It's just because like it's a pandemic outside. I think it's just that more people like have more time to do it, so they stream more often now since they got nothing to do.
I think it's a good time to build the base, but I don't think that necessarily this is gonna go on long enough that you can stop doing what you used to do and make this your full-time job.
So you're saying hypothetically, if you're hypothetically speaking, so you're saying the Queen of Teen Shade starts her own page on Twitch or Mixer, whatever she chooses, and she says, you know what, I'm gonna dedicate 8 hours a day to streaming. I'll do 4 hours in the morning, do 4 hours in the evening, and I'm gonna say she gets some popularity. Say she gets 400 or 500 subscribers in a month.
Yeah.
So, and she makes, she starts making a little passive income on it every time she streams. Because I think with Twitch, I think it's 100 or 200 subscribers.
Okay, yeah, see, I was thinking this in terms of me as a dude. Yeah, maybe as a chick it's easier. As a dude, I think you can get shat on. I'm sorry to say. As a dude, you better still be fucking working. You better have yourself a job lined up when this rolls over.
Well, you can't say that though, because some of the most popular streamers are guys.
That's true.
Yeah, but they have to have a base that's grown over time and whatnot. I don't think that, like I said, the amount of time that you're gonna have right now, as a dude, you can necessarily just go ahead and do this.
Yeah.
I think
Like
that
at the
fucking
start?
most people are still going to be like we said, we're going to be doing their own thing now that they have free time. That's not necessarily that they're going to be, oh, let me go and look up a dude who's playing a game that I'm like could be playing instead. I don't know.
Well, it's easier for a
think,
girl to get into.
yeah, I think at the start it's easier for girls, but like over time, like it's much better for guys in the long run. But like if Kendra or anybody were to start streaming right now, they get like a large following, like since like the fucking virus is out right now, and like people ain't got too much to do, like they'll get a ton of views at the start, but then like once this virus stuff like died down, like they'll see a drop because people go back to their jobs, get other sources of income.
It's like I always say, half a shirt will always work.
I've never heard that expression. Speaking of
Never.
expressions, I've never heard.
If I could stream without my shirt on, I totally would. Like even if you're a dude, you can't do that. I don't understand.
I don't know. I feel once I get my summer body, I'm pretty sure I will go live shirtless and stream an hour of Warfare.
I don't have a summer body, but I will still do
it. Man, I'm telling you, man, them girls get away with a lot of stuff on Twitch that the dudes can't.
I got a winter body.
Army, are you volunteering to be the first? Oh, you got the winter body. I know. I'm trying to burn off my winter body right now, actually, as we speak. Well, not right now. We're doing the podcast, but probably after the podcast, I'm gonna work out a little bit. This son of a bitch Habit's teabagging me. I hate you, Habit. Sorry I know the podcast people when they listen to his playback. Anyways, I'm gonna let you guys know. So right now we're streaming Apex playback right now, and there's a picture. There's a part of the video where I'm dead, or not dead, but I'm kind of I'm passed out phase. And Habit, right before he resuscitates me, he starts teabagging me before he gets me up, and that's
like any good friend would do.
Like any good friend, yes.
Do not hold that against him at all.
No, speaking of Habit, we definitely want to get Habit on the show for a future interview, because he is actually making the rounds on Apex. Great guy. He played with us in High Latency for Warface, and he said, I'm retiring from Warface, I'm going to become a full-time Apex player. And actually, speaking of streaming, he's actually starting to stream himself there. So shout out to our boy Bad Habit. Hope you're doing well tonight.
Some love his way. Go watch his
stuff.
Yes. But we miss you on Warface, though, for sure.
Dude, that reminds me, the last time you asked a question about who you like to see rage, that's who I'd like to see rage, is Habit. It took me a week to get that answer.
Throw back to last week's episode. If you didn't listen to it.
Throw back to last week's episode. I'd like to see Habit rage. Yeah. He's just always at a loss for words. Dude.
Dude, that shot when he didn't die.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people have that same kind of commentary, or very, very close to, I shot him but he didn't die. I'm pretty sure our resident Hollywood celebrity, Crockett, he probably has some very colorful language such as that.
Yeah, but what makes it funnier than others is that the way they say it,
the delivery.
The delivery.
That's true. I mean, you could have someone say, F this, F that. And then you could have, I say it differently, Spirit says it differently, Army Bros, you say it differently, Miss Kendra, you say F this, F that, and throw 3 other words into there like, oh my god, Kendra's pissed.
Gotta be careful with this one, man.
So, speaking of which, we need to ask Miss Queen of Teen Shade, we heard you had a little bit of a tiff today on Instagram. You want to spill some tea there and throw some shade?
I would like to throw some shade.
Ooh.
So, I posted a clip. We needed some content for the HL Instagram, and I was just trying out like the AK-12, and just the basic one, not the Fire and Blood, not any fancy one, just the basic one. And I posted a clip of me getting like a triple kill on like these 2 snipers and a guy like by the globe on the Blitz map, because I like to be sneaky, I like to sneak up on people. Anyways, someone decided they wanted to come for me on Instagram today and say basically that clip was trash and it wasn't impressive. and it's saying like I'm using aim assist, and aim assist did all of the work for me. It shot the gun for me, it aimed for me, everything.
Just keep in mind, everybody, that nobody in this game ever uses aim assist. It's only high latency because we're such a bunch of dirty bastards.
Yes,
aim assist is automatically turned off on this game. If you didn't know, you have to go in and manually turn it on if you're a fucking pleb, and that's all we do. It's just a bunch of fucking plebs, you know. Oh, these people. Oh, dude, you didn't 360 no scope him without aim assist, man.
Like you know he feels some type of way. You know he feels the type of way if he went out of his way to insult your clip.
No. I mean,
and then he was saying that
just
AK-12
ignored it,
was...
not giving it a like. Nah, he had to leave you that comment.
He just
at least he interacted with it and get more people to see it. There you go.
So he followed to my Instagram, okay, like my personal Instagram, where I also have the clip, and was like, it works better if you get headshots, or you aim for the head, or something like that.
Every gun, are you
Yeah, so like, not only did he like come for me on like the main page, he came to my personal one to come at me again.
Didn't you know that this gun is best when you shoot him in the kneecaps?
No, that's an AK-12.
Did you know this gun is...
My boy Matt Salty.
Did you know this sniper is better if you aim it?
Dude, he sounds even worse than those fucking tutorial bots. Like, did you know that you can shoot enemies and they die?
No shit.
What?
I didn't know that.
What?
You know, it's funny because that guy that was talking about Kendra, like he wanted to try out for us a long time ago, but when he did try out, like he disconnected and then he was supposed to resume his tryout at a later time, but he never hit us back and he ended up going to Ascendant.
And that's what I don't understand about people too, is, we still get offers, people hit us up all the time. I'm sure, Kendra on the Instagram, or, people message us, personally all the time saying, hey, like, what can I do to try out for your clan? And, unfortunately sometimes, us personally, we look for a specific type of people, we look for team players, and sometimes not everybody fits that mold. And people will hold a grudge towards us for that.
Alright, people get offended, man. They're like, I don't use a microphone. How dare you not want me on your team?
Yes, in a team-based game where communication is key, but you don't have a microphone, but you get mad that we don't invite you to the clan. That doesn't make a lot of sense.
Obviously, because we're just racist as well.
Yes.
If you don't use a microphone, that's obviously us being racist against you.
We everything under the sun, I'm telling you.
Dude, yeah.
That was actually very funny that happened. Being called a racist just because we cannot let you in the clan because you don't have a microphone. That's... And I will say, honestly, our clan is actually very diversified. We have people of all different walks of life.
I come from the land of GameStop.
You come from Banana Land, so stop.
Hey, whoa, dang, shots fired, dude.
You have 3 banana trees in your backyard.
Shout out to Warface for putting those banana claymores back in the game so that we can have more noobs fucking put down claymores because they don't know how to shoot their guns. Now they can rely on claymores even more. Oh, yeah. Every class can fucking put them on. That's a good fucking idea.
I know, right?
Right.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I can't wait. I
Basically,
can't wait.
Things up a little bit.
People are just
game,
stupid.
Man. Please, hey, everybody who's listening, hit die. Just let the game die.
There's some
Maybe
people
we'll
out there,
finally do something about it.
Well, I mean, some people are saying that though, with high latency, or not a high latency, excuse me, but with Warface in general, is that it's starting to die. And I mean, we've seen people who used to play the game, or even former members of high latency, like, yeah, I just don't even play anymore. Like, I might hop in to play for like a couple hours, and then I'm reminded why I stopped playing this game, and they stop playing.
Which was me yesterday. We'll get into that a little bit later.
Oh, you stop that, Spirit. You know you love this game with all your heart. You love it more than Arc Knights. And Warframe.
Yeah, they have the best waifus. They go, yeah! What's there not to
Just
love?
like that, though.
All real women go, yar. Just write that down on my grave, man. My
Spirit,
headstone's gonna
you're
have
not
that.
supposed to ever talk about my tramp stamp unless we're talking about tattoos. I told you this. Gosh. You guys are embarrassing me now. And now if I don't tell the story about my tramp stamp. So, okay, here it is. If you are a true high latency member, that means if you've been in the clan longer than a year, and you want to prove your clan loyalty, you have to get a Warface tattoo somewhere on your body. That's just the rule of thumb. All right, so I know.
Accurate has said no, but I feel like we could probably talk him into it.
Accurate is Canadian, so him just that alone says everything. Actually, no, Accurate's a great guy. I love Accurate.
Shout out to Accurate.
Shout out.
Like if you were to like.
What was that?
Where would I get them?
Where would you get your high latency tattoo?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
I would get HL forever, like on my freaking shoulder.
Aww.
I get it on my forearm. My forearm.
Miss Kendra, where would you get yours?
I don't know. That's a good question. You know, I have
the best
some
spot
tattoos.
to hide it.
So, what do you mean? No, I have tattoos. I have like a half sleeve. I have my knees done. I have some here and there on my shoulders.
Knees? Wait, where's here and there? How do you go from here and there and then shoulders?
Hey,
Well, like,
you asked me too many
I mean,
questions
like,
right now.
nothing like crazy. Like my wrists, my fingers, behind my ear.
I swear, if you say you have a mustache tattooed on your finger, I'm gonna be very upset with you. Bestie,
No.
I am. Okay.
They're like they're the worst tattoos, to be honest with you. Like, I should not have got them done. He went way too deep. They're like bleedy.
Said my ex-girlfriend never.
Hey-oh.
You know,
Yeah.
you don't sound like
a
the
hot
type of
mess.
person. You don't sound like the type of person to get a lot of tattoos, Kendra.
I love me some tattoos.
And you got those freaking stars across your neck.
Wait, what? No.
No. Would you ever do that though, Kendra? Would you ever get like the full like chest and neck piece?
No. Like, it's just not for me. Like, my best friend has like a chest piece, and like it looks really cute on her, but like for me, like I like to wear dresses and necklaces, and I feel like it distracts. Like, it would be too distracting.
See,
Yeah.
one of my best stripper friends. She great girl, sweetheart, but she has the full chest piece, she has the full neck piece, she has both sleeves, and she's great, she's cool, but I can't do it. I look at her just like, I could never date you because you have tattoos everywhere. I know that sounds really shallow, sounds really bad on my part. I admit that. Don't get me wrong.
Hey, man.
I admit
you
that.
You also can't go into the hot spring in Japan if you got that many tattoos. Don't matter what they are, you're gonna be Yakuza to them. Kendra, I'm sorry to say, but you're officially Yakuza. You can't go to the hot springs. I'm sorry.
Can't go to the hot springs in Japan, Kendra. I hope you were looking.
Gangster.
Wait, what?
In Japan,
Kendra's lost. Kendra's lost right now.
Okay, in Japan, you can't go to hot
is.
springs if you have too many tattoos because they view tattoos as something the gang members have. And no matter what the tattoos are, it's just like, that's obviously a gangster. It could be Hello Kitty you've got tattooed on you. That's the gangsterest Hello Kitty I've ever seen.
Like a big ass sandwich on your chest or something.
I mean, I have like it's a rose, well, it's like a hot air balloon, and the basket is a rose, and it says there's nowhere to go but up from here, and like
That's
a banner.
something a gangster would say, I'm sorry.
You know?
That sounds like a very motivational poster right there for a tattoo. I'm not gonna lie.
It's lyrics from a song that like was really helping me through a time in my life, so.
Yeah.
You know, and then I have a gentleman octopus on the opposite side of that. So, yeah.
A hot air balloon and an octopus. But does he have a mustache and a monocle and a top hat?
Very consistent.
Yeah. And a cane.
That's my octopus.
Okay.
That's my octopus.
Actually, it's an octopus. It has multiple tentacles. Does it have more than one cane or just one cane?
Just one cane, because he's holding it with one tentacle. But his name is Sir Augustus Winters.
Sir Augustus
Winters. He's got a name.
Yeah.
I had only wait to hear the backstory on him.
There's not. Like, that's like the weirdest part. Is like most tattoos have meanings, and like a lot of mine do. But I really, so I love top hats. I love monocles, and all of that style. I just love it.
And I
love octopuses. So I wanted to combine them.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you ever want to impress Kendra, get a pet octopus. She will love you. Just
oh my
know
gosh,
this.
I'm not gonna lie. My husband's been talking about getting me one, like once we move back to Florida, because I love them so much. But they have like a short life expectancy when they're usually owned by humans. Yeah, and I don't want to kill one. Like, I want them to be free.
You know them Korean.
Last thing you want to do is have to eat him after you.
I would never.
Love him for so long.
Never.
I'm ready to kill myself. I'm ready to kill myself later, but that's what I like to call a sticky situation.
Oh, God.
Oh wait,
Mr.
can we
Mr.
shout
Pony.
out to Stress right now? He told me to get a 3-dot tattoo.
Shout out.
Dot tattoo.
Get a 3.
Yeah.
My crazy life.
Because I didn't know what it was either. It's like so on like between your thumb and like your index finger.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like these 3.
It's 3 little black dots. Yeah, it means my crazy life.
Oh, does it? I have a
Yes.
puzzle piece like right there on one of my hands.
Stress is very hardcore. I don't understand. Stress. You're not gangster. Stop.
He's the best. I love him so much. Shout out to Stress.
Yes.
Love you.
Yes.
Shout out to Stress.
Stress called me a DILF today on one of my Instagram posts, and I told him
DILF.
I'm not a father yet, so I cannot be that. But thank you, I appreciate that. So when I hit my 40s,
Yeah.
my Clooney years, I will know that 18 to 21-year-old girls will think of me as a DILF. I greatly appreciate that. Fortunately, I'll be very happily married in a committed
Hopefully at that
marriage.
point you'll have your summer body and not your winter body.
I hate you so much. I hate you so much, you son of a bitch.
You can still be a DILF, you know, just make it mean something else. Like, I don't know, dude, I'd like to...
Thank you. Yes, Army, you know what? Army,
There you go.
You are right. Thank you for Army for that. So, have you guys ever wanted to join the circus?
The circus.
Yeah. Or have you
I've never
ever
watched.
have you ever wanted to imitate Scorpion from Mortal Kombat and spit fire and set someone on fire?
Yes.
Yes, you have.
We were all at that point in life.
Well, you are in luck.
Don't go conning me in there. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you're in luck. You're in luck because this Internet Week's challenge is people. What they're doing, they're filling up their mouths with butane fluid, butane lighter fluid. They're grabbing a lighter, lighting it, and they're spitting the butane lighter fluid out of their mouth, and being like a.
So they're fire breathing. Okay.
Look at him, Scorpion.
Yes, it's exactly what people are doing. People are actually shooting butane lighter fluid out of their mouth with a lighter to shoot flames out of their mouth. So they're thinking that thing
how
cool.
many deaths so far have we seen?
I don't know how many deaths, but I think one of the worst ones I saw was a girl who did it, and her eyebrows and her hair literally caught on fire.
Oh my god.
And she ran around like it was really sad, but at the same time she was like hitting herself in the face, smacking herself. So I'm like thinking, like, don't hit yourself. Yeah, exactly. But here's the problem: there's multiple people.
You don't just put it out by slapping it. That's not how it works.
Exactly. But
You better have like a bucket of sand you can dump your face into.
or like have a wet washcloth ready to go right there so you can put it on your face if something stupid like that. Well, I mean, you're already stupid for doing that. I mean,
If they weren't even thinking to do it in the first place, why would they think to bring the safety tools?
You know what? You're right. I'm sorry. I guess I always like to think logical and always try to think. See, this is one of the big problems. I always try to prepare for the worst. So I'm thinking, okay, this could go wrong. This could go wrong. Okay, let me see, make sure. So I do worry about that sometimes. Other people are like, hey, you know what? Fuck it. That's my life. I'll live my life like what was the term? Oh, YOLO. You only live once, right? That was the saying a couple years ago. So, yeah.
Yeah, I got a saying. There's some people out there. ...
Wow.
I know, I'm like, what is that ... supposed to mean?
There's some people out there, you know, that do stupid shit like this.
But yeah, that is the newest internet fad right now that's going on. Now, if any of our viewers or listeners want to attempt this challenge and send it to us, please do it.
No.
And then what I will do is on next week's episode, I will introduce you as the noob of the week for actually trying this challenge.
Okay, yeah.
Introduce you as the bag of Beagles.
Yes, you are the bag of Beagles noob of the week for doing this challenge. Yes. Oh my god. People, listen. I know we were talking about gaming podcast, or not podcasts, but gaming streamers and everything, pandemic, people having too much time on their hands. Guess what? Yeah, people are having too much time on your hands. If
Big facts.
you're doing internet challenges where you're thinking you're a fire breather, you're not. you're not skilled enough. You're dumb enough, but you're not skilled enough. Get over it, people.
Being dumb is a skill.
Yeah.
You know what, Army? I'm pretty sure some people would be shaking their hands, or actually clapping their hands, not shaking their hands, clapping their hands at you probably, because some people are like, he's absolutely right. Do you not know how hard it is to be this skilled as a dumbass? I'm like,
Seriously. Freaking skilled to be that dumb. Put that on your resume.
So, one of the biggest things going on right now, I'm sure with the whole COVID-19, everything's going on, is people are expecting to get checks. You know, from, you know, $1,200, $1,700, you know, just depending if you have kids or not, you know. You get $1,200 if you're a working person, I think like $500 if you have a kid or something like. So some people are, you know, they're going to make money. Well, unfortunately, what people have done, some scammers, what they've done is they've gone on and started to make fake checks. And what they do is if people try to cash the fake checks, I guess what happens is when they try to do it, I guess they find out the routing number of your actual account, and they start swiping your money out of your account. So whether they make calls, texts, yeah. So what they're doing is when you, I guess you go to cash the check. I guess what happens when you go to cash the check, your routing number and account number will come up on their screen, and then they swipe your bank account. So you're thinking you're cashing a check for $1,200, $1,300. You're actually going to be stolen from $1,200 to $1,300, if not more, depending on your account.
You're not cashing a check.
So it's very interesting. It's very elaborate. I mean, I'll give it. You know, con artists and scam artists. Hey, you know, they always come up with something new, and they're, you know, they're very sneaky people, very nasty people. Yeah. But it's people got to be safe. They have to be safe, and I feel bad, especially for the older people.
Right.
Yeah, that is really sad.
Oh yeah, I would definitely congratulate them. You know, hats off for tricking me.
Yeah. I mean, like, sadly enough, you know, you never want that to happen.
You think you're going to the bank and getting some money? You over cashing a check?
Well, here's the saddest part is, you know, some people really do need this money. You know, some people, you know, this is kind of like, hey, you know, this is money for food. This can, you know, electric bill, power, water.
But there's other ways to go about that. Like, why are you taking from somebody else to benefit you? You know,
because people are greedy.
I mean,
granted,
people
don't care.
Assholes. And I don't understand that. Like, I don't understand that. Like, you can do that to people and not care. Like, I really just don't understand.
But there's other ways to go about it.
It's already bad enough that only big cities are getting it in the first place.
Yeah, they say cities that have like 550,000 people are getting it. In like numbers that are less than that, those cities won't be getting anything.
Like for example, the only
that's what my mama said.
Yeah, I didn't hear.
I'm getting it.
And his mama don't lie.
No, you don't mess with Mama Strong. You don't mess with Mama Army. Mama Army is.
No doubt.
I would love to have, you know what? I would love to have Mama Army as a guest on the show one time.
Yes.
Army's like, no.
Oh my god, that'd be so weird.
I don't know.
That'd be so weird.
I feel like so Mama Army. What are the army? What are the army bros like?
Control of the chat party. She say anything out of line, I'm kicking my mama out the chat.
That's not right.
That would be kind of funny, because that means Army would have to kick himself out of the podcast chat just to kick his mom off. So that actually would be very funny.
I'm unplugging the mic. I'm pulling the plug.
And then I could say, we lost the Army brothers. Next week episode, we lost the Army bros. Mama Army found out she got kicked, and the Army, we never heard from the Armies ever again. So
they never came back.
Exactly.
The last day I saw them.
Like, what am I still talking to them? Nope. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Freaking you out of the party. Oh yeah, you're definitely still on.
I can't hear them, so then that'd actually be funny. Army would have to mimic questions I'd ask to respond to answer. That'd be fun.
Oh my god.
Too much wood for lie, but okay.
Hey, a lie. The most important thing about a lie is the details. Any professional liar will tell you that.
Yeah, just make sure you don't start believing it yourself.
Yeah, that's the one bad thing, is that if you start lying and you believe your own lie, you're like, oh shit, this isn't true. Why did I do this? Alright,
Right.
so, speaking of new things to talk about, I think we should talk about the noob of the week, or the bag of Beagles. And this particular, it's actually his company. It's that company that I actually don't go to because I don't like the gym. The gym sucks. I hate the gym.
Oh,
So,
they got one treadmill.
No, they have multiple treadmills. It's just like, you know, I'd probably say that I've had one of the weirdest, probably a couple weirdest experiences at going to the gym. So probably one of the weirdest experiences I've ever had at the gym is I was starting to go there for about a month. You know, just getting my workout. You know, I'm starting to lose weight. You know, I'm doing the day was my cardio day, so I'm spending 45 minutes on the treadmill. So I'm going on it, and then, you know, I'm listening to my music. I'm kind of closing my eyes, just kind of doing my thing, and some guy stands to the left corner and just stares at me. And I'm thinking, okay, no big deal. Maybe he's just catching his breath. You know, not really paying attention. So I close my eyes. You know, and then you ever get that feeling like someone's just watching you, like just staring, watching at you. And I'm like, okay. So then,
I'm not gonna lie. Go ahead and finish what you're saying, but this sounds eerily familiar to something I saw on TV.
Oh God, they made a story about this. So then what happens is I open my eyes, he's standing right in front of me. And I'm thinking, okay, I gotta say something to this guy. So I look at him, I take my headphones, like, hey, are you okay? And he was like, do you remember me? And I'm like, no, who are you? And he's like, Phenom, you don't remember me. And I'm telling you, and I'm looking at him like, if I told you I don't remember you the first time, what makes you think, oh my God, you asked me again, I remember who you are? so then it's like, no, who are you? And it's like, oh, we went to high school together. And then he was telling me things that I'm like, oh, I remember that person, and I remember that person, but I didn't remember you. So then me being the horrible person I am, I faked it. I'm like, oh my God, yes, I remember you. Oh my God, dude, what's going on?
Oh, you made it worse.
I made it worse.
Yeah, it sounds like you made it worse. It doesn't sound like the good guy thing to do.
I made it worse. And here's the worst part. No, here's the worst part of it.
Did he call you out on that?
No. He pretended like, you know, it's like, oh my God, Josh, it's so great to see you. And so, what happens is, you know, my treadmill, I'm already like 35 minutes into my treadmill. Like, I have 10 minutes left. He's like, oh, can I join you? And I'm like, oh yeah, because it's his cardio day too. And I'm like, oh, how long are you gonna go for? And I said, oh, you know, I have like another 10-15 minutes. It's like, oh, dude, let's do a double set. I'm about to go for an hour. And I'm like,
oh my
God. No, I got like 10-15 minutes. Like, dude, let's catch up. So for the next hour and 15 minutes, I was on a treadmill, extra hour and 15 minutes talking to this guy.
He was laughing for a whole ass hour.
Sucked.
He's capping for a whole ass hour.
Sucked. I got suckered in for an hour. Talking to a guy I didn't remember. So now I'm thinking, oh, okay, well, yeah, you know, kind of just played along with him the whole time. But I know we got off track on that. Yeah, bruh. But we were going off topic there. Sorry about that. But the reason why I wanted to kind of throw some shade at 24-Hour Fitness is they are still charging people full prices for their fees. So I don't know if you know this.
Planet Fitness.
Oh, Planet Fitness as well? This is what I don't understand.
Yeah, I got charged last month, and I mean, they closed last month, so...
What?
I felt like that should
exercise, but delay thanks for your money, dude.
I know. I was gonna email them and be like, bro, if you're not open, like, don't charge me like that $12, okay?
Oh,
it's our closing fee, ma'am.
I mean, it's only $12, but I mean, you know, right now.
It does add up.
Like,
it does add up. That's a Netflix a month right there, or Hulu money right there.
Family and kids. Yeah, exactly. You know, we got like Hulu, Disney Plus, Netflix. Like, you know, plus like everyone still has like their phone bills, their internet bills. Like we still have all of our bills, so, but less
a bunch
income.
Of actually essential stuff that you have to pay for.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't want to pay for the gym if I can't go to the gym.
Kendra, when was the last time you went to the gym?
Big rip.
Last month.
I mean,
Well, last time I did.
I'm not gonna
like
lie, I've been...
Actually, technically, it's only April 2nd, so Kendra could have gone like March 30th. It's just you said last
No,
month, so that's true.
I went like in the beginning of March, but I mean,
I'm trying to defend you, Bestie. Don't do that.
Well, no, it's like it's this whole COVID thing. Like you can't really go, and like I'm scared. Like I mean, I'm pretty sure we already had it, but it just in like some random thing we didn't have it, or I don't want to get it again and spread it to like my family or like my parents or my friends. So I'm just trying not to go out in public.
Yeah, I try to go to public because I'm ugly, but they still make me work, so it's kind of sucks.
You're so ugly that they think you already got it anyway.
Oh.
I mean, I do sometimes. You know, there's times when I don't do my hair and I don't get a lot of sleep. I do kind of look like The Walking Dead, so you know, it does happen.
That's in general.
Look like Chewbacca.
You know, people in general.
It does happen. Yeah.
More of a hygiene thing, but that could work too.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness. So, Spirit, what's coming up in Arknights?
Shit, we're gonna get the new banner tomorrow, man. I can't wait to see streamy pulls, man. Or pull. I don't know if I should be rooting for you or not because you keep getting good shit. I need a little bit of that luck for myself. What the heck? I'm giving it out to everybody else right now.
Hey, I told you, whenever I pull, I have to have you cross your fingers for me.
Nah, man, I'm crossing up for Army this time, man.
That's
So,
why
I
I
have to be
stopped playing
selective.
mobile games.
So I know we didn't talk about this in the prep, but I'm gonna spring something on all of you right now.
Oh no.
I know. No, don't worry. I promise. It's an opinion, pieces of your own. So, Spirit, we'll start with you.
Oh, what?
Yep. Start with you, buddy.
That's a big rip. Oh, man, I'm definitely not crossing my fingers for your draws tomorrow, then. I hope you pull a bag of Beagles, you suck.
Oh. If I get one Beagle in my pull, I will know the Spirit's curse is real.
3 minimum.
Wow. Minimum?
I'm cursing you right now. Minimum.
Wow. So, if you want to see the Beagle pull, I mean, whatever pull, the 10 pull we get, make sure to check out the Twitch account of High Latency. We will be going ahead and actually streaming Arknights. And if you don't know what Arknights is,
you're gonna be doing that like as soon as you wake up when the banner comes out.
No, because some of us still have to work and make money. So probably in the evening.
Make money that you're gonna whale on the game. Yeah, I got it.
Yes. No.
Priorities, man.
But Spirit, so people are gonna be off this weekend, and you are an anime connoisseur. So what is a good anime you would suggest to people this weekend to watch or start getting into?
Woo. Well, man, you should have thrown that to me like 2 weeks down the line because the previous anime season literally just ended and new stuff is starting, so I don't know what's good yet.
Okay, if I wanted to go back and watch something good.
Go back and watch something good? Okay, let me stop and think for a second. How far back are we going? Just anything in general?
A month ago.
Really old?
3
something
years.
From like...
What's a okay?
From a month to 3 years back, choose one anime.
Spirit, what's one series that you absolutely loved and you could watch 100 times over and over?
100 times over and over? I don't know if I could do that to any anime.
Good God!
Right?
There's only so much free playability, man. I don't know what's gotten into you, but okay. Like, let me stop and think for a second. Which one? I think I told Army just this last night. I actually got my parents to watch it, but the show is called Erased. That one is pretty good.
And what's Erased about?
Crime, drama, sort of murder mystery. It's got like some sci-fi, some like time travel stuff going on there. It's pretty good. It's only like, like 12, 13 episodes long, so it's not even like 24. It's a nice, quick digest if you got nothing to watch.
Nice. Miss Kendra.
Do you watch anime, Kendra?
No.
No.
I like how it's almost like she was gonna stop to think about it, and then she's like, "Yeah, I know I don't."
Well,
but I
okay.
just
I mean,
like
I've watched a few Dragon Ball Z episodes with my husband, and then we watched that Brawly movie like 4 times. Does that count?
She said Brawly.
It does.
That's a good recommendation. It's gotta be that movie. You gotta watch that.
Isn't that his name? Is it Broly?
Brawly.
That's how you know she don't watch anime. She didn't say it wrong.
Yeah. I mean, you know what's really funny though? There's these group of guys that like reenact like anime stuff, like Dragon Ball Z on YouTube, and they are hilarious. It's like Dragon Ball Z stuff, and it's really good. I like that.
I think I know.
That's really entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Miss Kendra.
We were literally just talking about them last night.
Were you? I wasn't here for that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You guys had me muted, right? Because we were playing ranked.
Rude.
Yeah.
But Miss Kendra.
Yeah.
As the queen of TV and movies, what would you suggest for people to watch this weekend?
If you have Hulu, the show Little Fires Everywhere is so good.
What's the show about? What's the premise about?
It's kind of like a lot. Like it has to do with racism and standards, and it's just kind of eye-opening, I think. And there's Reese Witherspoon and Kerry Washington in it, and they absolutely kill it. And it's a really good show about life, and there's certain aspects in it that I feel like are really relatable to people, and some things you kind of like, I don't know, it just makes you think a lot. I like shows that like make me ponder my thoughts for quite a while.
Yeah, I like that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah.
I don't want my shows to be just like superficial, like One Piece or something like that.
Just because I like watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Maybe.
Okay.
Oh no.
Stop.
Bro,
Leave my girlfriend Chloe alone.
Make you wonder if you should have made that sandwich yesterday.
Wait, hold on. Speaking of shows, though, I've been hearing about this show called Tiger King.
Yes, actually, I was about to bring that up.
It?
I have not. It's something I'm gonna watch. Watch this weekend. Yeah, I heard it's a great show. It's very controversial. I know a lot of people were watching it last week, and I'm gonna actually delve into it this weekend. I guess it's like a 7-part series, but it's very interesting, and I can't wait to watch it. It's supposed to be pretty big.
I keep hearing about it. I feel like everyone's talking about it. I'm like text my best friend this morning, and because she asked me if I watch it, and I was like no, and I was like, do any animals die in it? Because I can't handle animal deaths. Like I will cry so hard. And she was like, no, it's not like that. So, oh my gosh, I can't even watch Jurassic World 2 anymore. Like we saw it in theaters, and I haven't watched it since. I can't handle it.
Dude, I'm not even joking when I say my brother's girlfriend.
Dinosaurs are real, bro.
In the movie, like the part that probably like hurt her, and she was just crying. I'm like, dude, it's dinosaurs.
That was me. Yeah, that was.
Like the last part with the Brachiosaurus, like ooh, at the coast, and then it gets in. Dude, apparently she lost it. I was like,
that's the part I did too.
I'm talking to my brother, and I'm laughing my absolute ass off because I can't believe this happened.
It's so sad.
Today we learned Spirit doesn't have a heart.
Wait, that's new?
Yeah, who are you? I don't even know you. I mean, I know you were kind of heartless, but like it's confirmed. Like, if a Brachiosaurus standing like being so upset that he's gonna die doesn't affect you in any kind of way, like, what is wrong with you?
And the best part was that my brother had already seen it, and he told me that there was a scene and then she started crying, and so I went into the movie. The entire time, I was like hardly paying attention to the movie. It felt like I was waiting for that one scene, and I was like, this has to be the scene, right? The movie, right? There's no other scene that it could have been. I guess it was that scene, right? And I told him, he's like, yeah, that scene. I'm like, that wasn't even that sad. What are you talking about?
It was so sad. You just left him there to die.
I've got no empathy, apparently. Okay, then.
It's like the part, like, in the end where they were all choking and, like, they were running out of air. Like, I was horrified. I was like, if they kill all of these dinosaurs right now, I was like, I'm gonna walk out of the theater.
Wait. Spoiler alert, Kendra. They're already dead.
You know what, Spirit?
Kendra, do you drive a car? You're using their fucking remains. How does that make you feel?
I drive a hybrid, okay?
Of course she does. She doesn't want to use the poor dead dinosaurs.
How do you feel about humans dying? What if that was a human, huh? How would you feel?
Spirit?
Depends on who the human is.
Big fat.
What if it was your ex? What if it was your ex, duel?
Which one?
Oh my god! Wow, way to put it on the table right now, Army. You're like, hey, was it your last ex?
No comment. No comment.
No comment. Yeah, Kendra's over here like, how could you do that, Army? And then she makes the situation much worse.
Hey, you know.
But so Miss Kendra, Actually, sorry. Before Miss Kendra, I get to you. Army, what video games would you suggest to play this weekend?
Warface.
Oh god, I was gonna say the answer is anything but not Warface.
Army wants the Warface community to come back to life so he can kill people and make another montage video. That's what he wants, people. So get back on Warface and play, just so Arm can kill you and make a montage video. If the servers were so
fucking shit, then maybe I would play it as well, just because there's so many noobs to crush. But like, you can't even properly crush noobs with the crappy servers, man. Come on.
Like, you can't even tell if I was a real kill or not.
Define real.
Did I just lag? What happened there? Did I miss my shots? I don't even know anymore.
Was it my skill or was it my connection?
Well, Miss Kendra, we need a vibe of the week. What's the vibe going to be going into this weekend?
Well, I don't know if I'm going to say his name right, but Joyner Lucas just came out with a new album, and it's fire. Like, I think every song on there is incredible.
Okay.
But he has this one song with Chris Brown, and it's called Finally, and I feel like the chorus is how people should just kind of go on living your life. Talking about being free, talking about like doing you and like letting other people do them, like kind of find yourself. And I feel like in quarantine it's a good time to kind of self-reflect, you know, kind of figure out your life, like who are you, who do you want to be, like when the world comes back, like what do you want to do with your life.
Not cry in Jurassic Park.
I will always cry in Jurassic Park. I have a soft heart, and you know, I mean, I could be like a little bit thicker, but I'm a softie. That's.
If it makes you feel better, Kendra, I cried in Big Hero 6, so don't worry.
Oh,
Big Hero 6.
Yeah, I cried in Big Hero 6. Don't worry about it. Don't ask. But I did cry.
Man,
Well.
See, thankfully, I don't remember enough of that movie to drill into you. I remembered enough of Jurassic World to drill into Kendra.
So,
like, you lucky dude.
Unfortunately, we were going to have a big interview with King Zeus today on the podcast. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it due to prior engagements. So we wish him the best. Hopefully we can reschedule for him to come on a show at a later date. But with that being said, sounds like we had another great week. Army, do you have anything else to say before we sign off?
Nope, just glad I was here this time.
I think we are all glad that you guys made it.
All right. One man, do you have anything to say?
Nope, just glad I was here this time.
Nope.
Did I just hear, like, did my CD just skip there?
Echoing the sentiment.
Mr. Spirit, what do you have for us? Any lasting, any parting words?
Go to Kendra first and come back to me. Yo, why are you picking on me like this,
Why
man?
me?
Well, because who else is he gonna ask?
Miss Kendra, any final parting words?
Keep your sassy comments to yourself on Instagram if you don't know the person. Unless you want to come for me. And then...
The queen of tea and shade. The queen of tea and shade, ladies and gentlemen. She is. Oh. She's coming for some heads right now.
Over here like I can't beat this shit out of you if I don't come closer. JoJo meme activate.
She can get more when she needs to.
All serious aside, everybody be safe, protect yourself.
Stay inside or go for a drive, but don't talk to people or get out your car.
I'm pretty sure people are gonna talk to each other. I think that's still happening.
I mean, like, don't like go out and try to meet people and like have conversations with random strangers.
That's how I start dating people. Though.
I would be worried whoever decides to do that. That's a serial killer who goes out and talks to random people.
Go outside, go for a walk, stay 6 feet apart from strangers you don't know. You know, be smart.
I just pictured a random stranger just running behind you, and you think that they're coming for you, so you start running as well, and now you're both running, and you're like, when is this guy gonna stop? He's not chasing you, but you're just confused and scared now.
I feel like that's you for sure.
Well, everybody, it's that time.
Okay.
Thank you so much for tuning in this week's podcast. Make sure to check us out next Thursday, 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific, as we have a special interview lined up for you next week for Kendra, Spirit, and the Army Bros. This is Phenom Hype. Y'all have a great night and better luck next time.